This was excellent. This was excellent, like 2 minutes of music, which from the piece which has around 10 minutes of music. But yeah, it was kind of first my experience as a composer, Це був невеличкий уривок з 2 хвилин музики з твору, який враховував 9-10 хвилин музики. Один з перших моїх творів.
Чи це був у вас голос?
Pardon?
Чи ви співали? Did you sing that?
Ні.
No, there was a singer, soprano singer, she's professional. I mostly compose. Yeah. Now I'd like to talk about a little bit about how I came to work with Ukrainian traditional music, because this is what I'm doing now. Most of my pieces are based on Ukrainian songs, Ukrainian material, and also my opera, which I composed recently. So I'd like to talk a little bit about my way, how I came to this. Я буду трошки розказувати про те, як я прийшла до роботи з українською музикою, з українською піснею, поступово, який був мій шлях. So when I moved first to Holland to study there, also the reason was I just felt I had to open my mind to wider world of music, to see the music from different point, from another perspective. So I wanted to study somewhere else. So I remember this moment when I was 2 years in Netherlands, and I missed my home very much, and I was just improvising, and so I started to improvise around Ukrainian songs. So it was kind of first seed which came to me, and so I'd like to show you a few short examples how I worked with Ukrainian songs, like my first experiences. The first one, it's a kind of fun music. The song name There Under Lviv Castle. Всі, напевно, знають цю пісню «Там під Львівським замком». So I changed to Ukrainian. It was a very funny story. I had to compose something to... Я мусила написати дещо для мастер-класу. І завдання було таке, ти повинна написати щось про зупинку, про автобусну зупинку. Я вибрала текст англійського письменника. Зараз не приходить мені до голови. Але переключусь на інше. Справа в тому, що в той момент, коли я писала цей твір, я жила ще в досить високому 6-му поверсі. І пам'ятаю, що це було ще в Україні, що кожного вечора під балконами співали цю пісню там під Львівським замком, але люди, які вже були трохи п'яні. І воно настільки мене обурювало, що я вирішила в якийсь момент цю пісню використати в музиці. So I talk about how I started to compose kind of music based on Ukrainian songs. It was a funny story when I was still in Ukraine, and I lived on the 6th floor, and it's really a lot of acoustic. So I can hear everything. When you're up, you can hear everything what's going on down. And every evening, some drunkards were singing one song, like every evening. And I was so much annoyed that I decided to just put this music into my work.
Your revenge.
Yes. I'll just go immediately to this place where the song is. I don't want you to listen like a lot of music, just a little bit. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so they sound like animals. Yeah, people who drum. Pardon? I'm serious, yes. So, and the second example of this work, which is still was a little bit unconscious, my work is Ukrainian song. It's also non-Ukraine song. Дівка в сінях стояла. So, and I call this piece, I wrote it when I was in Thailand. So the name is Girl with a Frying Pan. I was inspired a bit by Thai culture and also by communication of Thai men and women. Because I found, that time when I was in Thailand, I found that Thai men are unpolite with women. Women are always behind the men, and so this is kind of piece where I kind of also took revenge. Yeah, so just a little bit. I just show a little bit because I just want to have more time for other music. So just enough, just example of my work. After being in Thailand for 3 years, I understood that I had a chance to learn a little bit about the culture. So I traveled also to other countries like Indonesia and Vietnam, and I was lucky to meet some people who play traditional musics, like Thai music, Indonesian, Malaysian music, and I found out how interesting it is. Я розкажу трошки зараз про мій досвід буття в Азії, Південно-Східній Азії, коли я побувала в Таїланді, прожила там 3 роки і мала той час можливість подорожувати до інших країн. І тоді я стикнулася з культурами теж і з музичною культурою Малайзії, Індонезії, В'єтнаму, і побачила, наскільки це цікаві культури. And then I understood that it's a really precious source of work. So I wanted to find out about my own roots, and actually this made me think to come back home. So I came home. I came back to Ukraine in 2016, and I was looking for somebody who is deeply connected to Ukrainian tradition, who can sing and who knows about those archaic songs. And I was lucky to meet one person. Actually, she found me by herself. It's Olyana Gorbaczewska. And she's a singer, and she's also a dramaturgist, and she knows a lot about Ukrainian tradition. So we met in the special moments when one of Ukrainian hero who was already fighting. It's a very special story because in Ukraine we had war which started in 2014 already in the east of Ukraine, and so in 2016 one opera singer who was Ukrainian and who was a big star in Paris, Vasily Slipak, he decided to come and to become a soldier. So he moved to Ukraine. He was still singing in opera in Paris, but sometimes he was coming when he had some possibility, and he just joined army. So, and he was fighting. So, and he was killed, unfortunately. Yeah, he has great voice. It's a big personality. So he was killed, and this was also the same moment when I just came back to Ukraine. I was so much shocked when I found out what kind of personality it is, and I decided to write a piece for his memory, to dedicate some piece. So I'd like to show you just excerpt of like longer piece which called Dedication to Sissy Bug. Just a moment. Yeah. Here also we have singer Olena Gorbaczewska. I already met her, the one who I work with on opera. So she is the soloist in this piece. And this piece is made on Ukrainian old song from Krechkivka. It's a region in the Poltava region, small village, but it's very long tradition of authentic singing. And so let me show some more music. Just small, maybe also small excerpt from this piece. So this is a song, it's a Christmas song, which I also wrote together with Uliana Habaczewska. I'm sorry, I'm maybe not close to the microphone all the time. I'm sorry for this. I just noticed. Yeah, so she makes every year Christmas verteps, and so for one of her projects, I made this kind of arrangement of song which came from mountains, Ukrainian mountains. It sounds a little bit Chinese. It's like built on 5 tones, but it's totally Ukrainian. Я трошки українською розкажу. Це твір, який ми теж зробили разом з Уляєю Habaczewською. Перед тим це був твір, який був присвячений Василю Сліпаку. А зараз колядка. Find out it by yourself, because I want to skip and go on.
Ну, хоч одну до кінця дайте.
I'm so sorry. Yes. Yeah. Because I also think maybe it's a little bit sleepy music, and so that's why I'm just going to the next one. But yes, okay, next one is going to be until the end.
Трошечки
Окей.
гучніше.
Дякую. Дякую. Beautiful. So now I'd like to talk about piece which combines two two songs inside. So it's Ukrainian lullaby, recorded song, and another very famous piece of music, Summertime by Gershwin. We know that family of Gershwin, they came from Ukraine, and so once when very famous choir, Koshitz choir, has had tour in US and Europe 100 years ago. They came to New York, and Gershwin actually, most probably he was in this concert, and he got inspired by this lullaby which I use here. And this is still unknown to the end fact, but we might be saying that it's possible that he was inspired and he wrote his Summertime, very famous Summertime, after this song, after hearing the song. So with my friends, with my colleague, we combined those two songs in one piece. And the performance was on the 30 years of independence of Ukraine in Kyiv in 2021. So just half a year before the war started. I'm sorry. Advertisement stop. Yeah, just 5 seconds.
Skip
So I'd like to say also that performing it's a project named Kovčeg. They combined many different pieces of music of Ukraine, and so it was my really big honor to be composing for this project. And the performing big star in our pop music, Юлія Ланюка. She's a front singer of Hard Kids. Я перепрошую, я українською зовсім про вас забула. Зараз буде пісня, буде твір, де я поєднала, де я поєднала українську пісню «Orthodox Song» колискову і «Summertime». І це було виконано на 30 років незалежності України на Майдані, бо я тоді, власне, була присутньою. В кожному разі півроку до початку війни в рамках проєкту «Ковчег». Я думаю, що ви, напевно, здивовані, що ви почули цю пісню зовсім інакшому звучанні, тому що вона завжди є переважно в мінорі. Але, власне, в мене було бажання зробити можливість, щоб вона звучала трошечки свіжіше. І тому, напевно, воно було для вас трохи неочікувано. Те, що виконання було, власне, на Софіївській площі в Києві, я пригадала. Ще одна версія теж пісні, яку я теж зробила в мажорі замість мінору. Ну і теж давалося, що це колядка «Нова радість стала», яка завжди звучить в мінорі. І мене як дитину завжди дивувало, чому такий світлий текст, чому він завжди має бути так сумно співаний. So I'm talking about next piece, the special thing about this previous piece, which we have just heard about just a moment ago, and the next one is I'm using melody, but I'm changing tonality. It was before in minor, but I'm changing to major because I want this music to be more bright. So people who are from Ukraine, they probably would feel unexpected because they used to hear this music, like usually in this way of money, kind of a little bit sad mood. So again, I'm changing to the major in my next piece. So it's Christmas song. I think I will just let you hear not all of it because it has like 8 minutes of music. And so I just don't want you to fall asleep.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com.
Please forgive me to cut it, but I just want to go forward. One more project, just before we come to opera, to the last piece of music, I want to share one more project which we made together also with Uliana and we worked for a fashion designer from Lviv, and she got inspired by ornaments from Ukrainian mountains, ornaments which you can find in the furniture. So she made a collection of dresses, and so we made music. And it's also in collaboration with other artists, and we have here flute player and wine player who are originally from mountains and who can really play very well this traditional music. And what is interesting is that one of those men now is also fighting. So many our colleagues, they went like jazz musicians, artists, just orchestra musicians, they have to go and fight. So the one who is playing flute here, the Ukrainian flute, Sopilka, the one he's now in the war. Just a little bit of this also, just excerpt, show you a few minutes. Yeah, and so the project was also reminded just half a year before the war started, 2021. And now I'd like to come to opera. Я трошечки збиваю за українськомовних слухачів, я прошу. Стараюсь більше. Чудово. Я хочу зараз представити тільки буквально 3 малесеньких уривки з опери. Вона триває 2,5 години. Ця опера мала свою прем'єру онлайн у 2020 році, оскільки тоді почався ковід, і ми не мали вже можливості зробити її офлайн. Але в 2021 році ми зробили прем'єру в оперному театрі у Львові. І радію, що встигли. Дуже цікаво те, що сюжет опери, він настільки співпадає, співзвучний тим, що відбувається зараз з війною. Доходить так, що ця музика, досить, як на мене, виявилася актуальною, оскільки сам сюжет є про боротьбу українців за свою незалежність. Вона складається з 5 частин. Ну, я знаю, що у нас дуже мало часу зараз до кінця, не хочу вашу увагу забирати, і тому покажу вам тільки такі 2 частинки, в які я вважаю, що найбільше склала своє серце, і кінець, і заключну невеличку частину твору. So, just to recite a little bit, we made this opera in 2020, and the premiere we had to make it online because COVID came to our lives. So we changed our plan and we made an online presentation. So I'm going to use here a few excerpts from online version and also from offline, because after 1 year, we were able to present it offline in the Lviv Opera Theatre. We have here fantastic singers, like every of them is artists and they work on their own projects. They also like movie stars, a few of them. So it was really great work. And the idea is from Uliana Hapochevska, the one who I talked before about. And so we worked tightly with her for 5 years, just before I came here. So I'd like to present just 2 excerpts, like 2 musics, which I find beautiful because I put there a lot of my heart. And unfortunately I cannot present all the opera because it lasts 2.5 hours, so it's too long. One of the point also, which is pretty interesting, that all the songs we use in opera, they're very old. They might be like pre-Christian. So it was really great to work in this kind of material, which I never heard before. Only I was able to know those songs when I met this artist, Uliana Hapochevska. So probably Ukrainian-speaking public doesn't know those songs. Let's see. Yeah, and this video is not perfect because it's made from live stream. So that's why maybe, yeah, we have another video which is much better, but then the quality of sounds doesn't satisfy me. That's why I have to use this one. So I'd like to put one more, let you listen to one more excerpt. And the singer who we're going to see here is Juliana Горбачевська, the one with whom is the author of the opera and with whom we made it together. Ще одна частина з опери. Is it enough sound for you?
Yeah.
коли травої мої вітав, та розкішувала, та вони ой, гості моя, тонка і білая, хто ж тебе подарує? Ой, личко моє, молоденьке є, хто ж тебе хотів? Ой, обманує мою гостіньку, чобітки соваючі, ой, обцілує моє личенько на пов'язі даю.
For the end, I'd like to put just the very last part of opera. Opera has 5 minutes, so I'd like to let you listen just except from the last this part, and at the moment, yeah. So this is the place where the singer is raising very important questions. What are you fighting for? It's in Ukrainian. Let me listen to it.
Пісня, чорнозем, обрій безкраї, скіфські баби, пшениця, мова, соловей, вишивка. Що для вас ця земля? А може чоловік воїн на краю краю? А чи жінка коло колиски? Кожне з переліченого і все одночасно. Але навіть це не все. Є щось попід, є щось наскрізь, є щось понад. Воно невидиме, невловиме. Щось, що не дає нам віддати цю землю. Словами цього не висказати. І навіть піснями не виспівати. Хіба кожен для себе може відчути, що для нього ця земля незбагненна чужинця і така рідна для нас.
Мусили вміти, як герої ети до середини кола. Усіх гартованих, сильних і дзвінких, де царює огінь, виявлячи обмогів. І ми бачили ясно, що відбування собою не допоможе. Бо вогонь круглий, а світ сильних там, посередині кола. До світу силою одна дорога, через свого вогню. І ми молоді простягали мечі, а вони задзвеніли ясно. І ми молоді простягали руки, щоб загартувати їх, а вони стали твердими, наче з діаманту. А потім ми перейшли крізь владу з мечами і дій, і вийшли поновленими на давному боці, і заговорила з нас душа Богів, і проказали клятву, а Богом своїм нарекли вогонь, чистий вогонь на Івана Купала. І той весняний, у якому гуцули наші переміняють подобу і переходять самі. Ми напилися зі святославових джерел, і нам зазвеніла розкішна музика. Іду на ви.
Ой, чияку, ой,
just to the end.
А серце не гасло, неопалиме і невмируще. І ми відшукали його на попит, і б'ється воно понад 1000 літ, і зупинитись не варто. І мусить шукати грудей, яких би воно не пропалило. Мусить шукати воду, одних виїхати кам'яну. Мусить.
Ой, знаю, каже козак, серце не гасло, неопалиме і невмируще. І ми відшукали його на попелі, і б'ється воно понад 1000 літ, і зупинитись не владно. І мусить шукати грудей, яких воно не пропалило. Мусить шукати вогонь, подих, витримати кам'яну вагу. Мусить. Бо щезає народ, як ніхто не вміє носити залізне серце. Бо гнівається Бог і забирає меча безсилих, що не годні двигати ним.
your amazing music and works.
Thanks.
А зараз можемо поставити питання, коментарі. The floor is open for any question for Maria. Okay.
Can you talk a little bit more about the subject of the opera? So you said it's about independence, fighting for independence, and it's in 5 parts. Like, what is each part about, and who wrote the libretto?
Yes, thank you for this question. I will be very short. Libretto wrote Juliana Kiriakidesa, one who is a singer. She also wrote the libretto, and this libretto was kind of waiting 7 years before she met me. She contacted a few composers, but for example, Zoltan Almashi, and he refused to compose. So libretto has 5 parts, and she takes like philosophical subjects. So name of those parts are myths of ancestry, myths of home. So the question is who we are, where we come from. Myths of home, what is our home? Myths of love, and the 4th one is myths of steppe, because steppe is a very important part where always we had a war going on, and still now steppe, this territory within Russia and Ukraine, which kind of now main war fightings are going on. Yeah, and the last one is
Water.
and the last part is music for Iron Heart, which is kind of dedicated to possessive part.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, maybe I didn't answer all the questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Albert.
I just wondered if you find it is it quite different to compose for the voice, in other words, putting a poem to music and composing to instruments. You find a tremendous
Yes.
difference between
Thank
the
you for
two.
the question. It's of course it's very different because I think it makes the process much easier when you compose and already forgiven some text or forgiven melody. So in my case, those all works I showed you today, they all are based on already existing songs. I was just curious, I was curious to research about the songs because they're so perfect. The line came from many hundreds of years, line of song, and it was already kind of crystallized after those years, and it came through singing tradition, which is not written. So it means the song had to be very strong to come to our times. So I was really pleased to work with this material. But what I want to say is that with this opera and with my overture, which is finishing now for my Fulbraight project, I'm kind of also closing this story of working on traditional music songs. So now I'd like to experiment more and work probably without voice parts, just writing for the orchestras or ensembles. Yes, going to experiment again. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I just want to say that it's strong and beautiful music.
Thank you.
Both lyrical passages and very dramatic.
Yeah, thanks.
And
Please come.
great. I wonder who the singer was in that Oj chodit song.
Oj chodit song. She's pretty famous pop star, Julia Sanina, and she's pretty often in New York. I see her the 3rd time here. She's from Hard Kiss group. Yeah. It's a pop star singer, but she also knows how to sing jazz. So actually, I wrote a very hard part for her, and she also wanted to refuse because it was too hard. But in the end, she kind of grabbed herself and she managed. So yeah, thanks to her. She's a strong singer.
First of all, thank you, Maria, for sharing with us what you're doing and for doing what you're doing. That's incredible.
Thank you.
That's big work, and that's very important now to reflect what's going on with our country, especially. So thank you for talking about folk in classical modern music. And my question is about Fulbright, and I wonder if you had special project to work on during your stipend, during your scholarship, or you just were kind of free composing whatever you feel.
Yes, when I applied, I had a special idea, and because I applied in 2019 and I got it. My idea was to compose part of this opera, but before I came here, I already composed this part. But what wasn't composed yet is the overture, which I'm doing now. So here in my opera project, I'm doing this overture. I made a few other pieces, which also based on the traditional like music from mountains. Yes, so yeah, this was a project which I kind of realized, but a little bit in a different way. You're welcome.
Thank you. One more question in Ukrainian.
Ви використовуєте класичну музику чи підсумку музику, опера, драматичні елементи, які ви зараз використовуєте, драматичні елементи.
Yes, well, I use, yeah, чи може і на англійській мові говорити?
Так, так.
Дякую. Of course, because I use these dramatic elements, because opera, the plots, the idea of opera needs those elements. But in general, my character is very lyric. So as you can hear on the beginning, okay, it was a little bit of fun music, but sarcastic. But actually, I'm tending to write lyrical music.
Lyrical, not classical.
Yeah. Well, I like classical, and I think that all what I showed you today is a little bit on the edge of pop music and classical. It's pretty easy classical music, which everyone, I guess, can hear, and it's not super hard. So it's kind of on edge, yeah.
Thank you. Дякую.
So, but I want to say to the end, we really hope this opera can be performed in the United States, and this summer our singers are going to travel to US and have promo tour in July.
I hope your opera will be in Metropolitan.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I
Okay,
think it's
thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. Please enjoy reception on the third floor. Thank you.